husband by completing all of his pre-planned fall media tour.
You can see from behind me, this is a recreation of the tent where CharlieKirk lost his life at Utah University in September, and people are taking selfies.
Has persisted with the same grit. It has been a long day.
Just when everyone thought Erika Kirk couldn't act any stranger, she crossed a new line. She rebuilt the exact tent where Charlie was killed at Amphist and invited people to take selfies there, like it was some kind of tourist spot. Many people found this deeply disturbing. According to insiders, Charlie's own sister, Mary, was shocked and disgusted when she saw it. To her, this wasn't about respecting or honoring Charlie at all. It looked like his death was being turned into a show for attention and money.
Posting their selfies in the CharlieKirk death booth that they set up at the TPUSA conference, and they're tagging him in it, because that's what I want to do. Is I want to smile for a selfie in a recreation of a book where someone was assassinated.
And here's what makes it even more shocking. That traveling turning point tent stayed up longer than Charlie's real crime scene. His actual scene was quickly torn down, cleaned, and rebuilt before anyone could even ask basic questions. That alone feels very wrong. But things only got stranger. Many people say the whole Amphist event had a dark, ritual-like feeling. Once you notice it, you can't ignore it. Erika came on stage again with fireworks, smiling more than ever. Around her were strange symbols, triangles everywhere, spinning pentagram shapes, and a dark figure in the center. Then Ben Shapiro went on stage and criticized Christians, calling them fake and conspiracy-minded. Nicki Minaj's appearance confused many people too. Erika herself hinted that she was running a scam and even suggested she knew something about what would happen to Charlie. None of it felt like a coincidence. That's why many are now saying Amphist looked more like a secret ritual than a normal event. So now it's time to break down what really happened at Amphist 2025 and why Charlie's sister finally spoke out against Erika. Because when you step back and connect everything, the story becomes much darker.
Mattered on a multitude of levels. So much so that it proved even more once he was assassinated.
New reports are now spreading that CharlieKirk's sister, Mary, was completely shocked and disturbed by Erika's latest move at Amphist. According to an insider, Mary doesn't believe this was an accident at all. To her, it felt like Erika was disrespecting Charlie and even making fun of what happened to him on purpose. The insider also said that Erika doesn't have much of a relationship with Charlie's family and appears to be distant from them. When you really look closely at Amphist visuals, the stage setup, and the overall tone, it starts to feel less like random choices and more like something planned. In that sense, Mary's reaction makes sense. To many people, it looked like Charlie and his assassination were being mocked in plain sight. And it all started with that replica of the tent where Charlie lost his life in such a brutal way.
What's happening is grief. And you can see from behind me, this is a recreation of the tent where CharlieKirk lost his life at Utah University in September, and people are taking selfies with it. You can see all around people are saying, like, for Charlie. They're wearing replicas of the shirt that CharlieKirk was wearing when he was killed.
What makes this even worse is that Erika personally approved all of it. They didn't just rebuild the tent exactly as it was. They also set up a ring light and pushed people to take selfies next to photos of Charlie. Right beside that tent was a merch booth, turning the whole area into a money grab. To many people, it felt heartless. A murder was being treated like a photo attraction, and Charlie's death was being used to sell products. People were furious. Social media quickly filled with angry reactions, calling out Erika for openly mocking Charlie's death while making money from it in the most shameless way. One user on X even said, "How is Erika Kirk even able to be anywhere near this? How is she able to be okay with this even being there if she is so destroyed about his murder that she is constantly crying still? How did this not drop her to the floor in sobs? This is sick and she's just performing." And someone else wrote, "I couldn't believe this was real, so I fact-checked it. It's 100% real. Nothing says healing like a ringlet selfie in a murder tent replica. This is beyond parody." Between this and Erika's bizarre stagecraft, someone needs to tell TPUSA none of this is normal. And when it comes to Erika's strange stage setup, there were so many unsettling moments during her time at Amphist that it felt like a direct insult to everything Charlie believed in. The whole presentation came across as a mockery of his values. For example, Charlie had openly said before that Nicki Minaj was a bad role model.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on, I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls.
But that's not even the worst part. During her speech at Amfest, Erika openly talked about Charlie and used the word assassinated. Hearing her say that shocked many people and made the moment feel even more disturbing.
Once he was assassinated, once he was assassinated, once he was assassinated.
She didn't just say it once in a normal way either. The way Erika used the word made it sound like something she was expecting, almost like something she was waiting to happen. It was a very strange choice of words. Now, to be clear, this doesn't prove that Erika knew about the assassination ahead of time. Maybe that's just how she talks. And honestly, we've already seen that she isn't the best speaker. Still, the moment felt off to a lot of people. What made it worse is that this wasn't her only slip-up at Amfest. There was another moment where Erika meant to praise Charlie's grit, but instead she accidentally said grift. She said this while honoring a student named Caleb. After realizing the mistake, she laughed it off and blamed it on being tired after a long day. But for many watching, it just added to how uncomfortable and strange the whole situation felt.
Despite the devastating loss of CharlieKirk, my incredible husband at UVU, Caleb has persisted with the same gift. Grit. It has been a long day. Trust me, you're not a grifter, honey. It's all good.
As soon as that clip hit X, people reacted fast. Alarm bells went off right away. Many called it the biggest Freudian slip they had ever seen. Others started asking, when does a slip of the tongue stop being an accident? To a lot of viewers, it didn't feel like a simple mistake. It felt like her real thoughts were showing for a moment. But it doesn't stop there. Many people also said Amfest itself gave off dark, unsettling, almost ritual-like vibes. They pointed to strange symbols on display, like sharp high-resolution triangles and swirling shapes that looked like pentagrams, with a dark and mysterious figure hovering in the center.
We're going to crank the volume all the way up. One of the most powerful words in the English language is the word no. Look at the turning point events that get bigger and bigger and larger every year. No one is above the law. Because America is not a place. America is a people. America is a country. America is a nation. Welcome to the Second American Revolution.
Now, let's take a closer look at that symbol shown at the start of the video. What is that black figure even meant to represent? For a group that claims to stand for Christian values, this kind of imagery feels very confusing. If Turning Point USA says it represents Christianity, why does all this look like the complete opposite? And that's not the only thing people noticed. Many pointed out that the Amfest logo for Turning Point includes 33 stars. To some, that number stands out because it has special meaning in Freemasonry. People also remembered how Kash Patel kept repeating that Charlie's alleged shooter was caught in 33 hours, which only made others feel even more uneasy.
He was taken into custody at 10 p.m. local time. In less than 36 hours, 33 to be precise. In 33 hours, we have made historic progress for Charlie.
Well, there's been so many conspiracy theories swirling around about the assassination of CharlieKirk. Do you have any updates for us, especially in light of all the online content that everyone's been talking about?
The only thing we deal with at the FBI and the Department of Justice is facts. And we delivered in record speed a manhunt to capture CharlieKirk's alleged assassin in 33.
People started asking the same question again and again. Why do you keep stressing 33 hours so much? And here's another strange detail. Tapuza is now proudly saying that exactly 33,000 people attended Amfest. When you line all of this up to replica of the tent, Erika's word slips, the stage setup, and the dark symbols, it becomes easier to see why so many people felt uncomfortable. To them, it didn't feel like Charlie's death was being respected or honored. Instead, it felt like it was being mocked. One person on X wrote, "It doesn't get more morbid than a recreation of the tent he was assassinated in at Amfest for photo opportunities. If it was a murder mystery, the elements of serial killing, ritualistic symbolism, a shrine to relive the power you have over the victim's memory, while taunting the disbelievers to catch the murderer are all there." Another user went even further and wrote, "They killed him, and this is a humiliation ritual."